Hello. Today is August 16th, and it's kind of a rain day. Kind of really overcast. We're supposed to have rain, but we keep getting like bits of sun here, so I thought I'd run out here and get some video. I'm going to start this off with another peculiarity that I got from Pepper Joe's. I ordered, these were supposed to be the pecans, just pecans. These are just this whole pot supposed to be just pecans, and it's not. Again, I've got two types of peppers growing here. There is a little small roundish pepper that's growing on the smaller bottom bush, and you'll notice the leaves are a lot broader. There's a leaf where I did a bigger one. A lot broader leaf with a small little round pepper. And then if you come up here to the back pepper, you can see that we have a more elongated pepper. This pepper is a lot more elongated right here with a much thinner, longer leaf. Okay, so two different types. So what I got here, I don't know what these are. I believe by going by pictures that these are the pecans, that these are, this one here in the back here are the pecans. So again, that's three different types. Three plants I have now that I really don't know what they are. I've got these guys down here. I don't know what they are, but I don't believe that they're pecans. And I believe these are pecans right here. So I just wanted to point that out, that we've had another anomaly here pop up. So that's out of three different packs of seeds. I've got multiple types of plants out of three different packs of seeds. Unacceptable, just totally unacceptable. So, you know, you can't just give people multiple different types of plants. Like, I don't know how you mix it all up like that. I really don't know how you mess it up that bad, but they have. So definitely never buying from them again. But we're going to move on from that to cherry bombs here. I got tons of these cherry bombs in here. Lots of them. They're growing up in here. Okay, I got lots of ripe ones down here on the bottom. I need to pick a few of these. We had a really nice meal the other night. I'll post a picture up right now for you guys to take a look at. But we made stuffed cherry bombs, and I stuffed them with hamburger meat. And and we made them into subs. We put them on a sub with a little marinara sauce and everything like that. They were really good. So that's what you're looking at right now. And we are now back to the actual plant itself. As you can see, it's a really nice plant. It's doing really well. It's real healthy. Lots of blooms on here right now. I got 2 months left probably, so I'm going to get a lot more peppers off of this one. Now we're on to my cayenne plants, my personal cayenne plants here. Again, they look really good. They do have these weird leaves, but they grow like this every year. And on the inside here, there's a lot of cayenne peppers in here. And I wanted to get this video shot so I could get in here and start harvesting some of these, because there is just a buttload of these things up underneath here, and I need to get them out. So red cayenne is just a regular red cayenne plant, and it's a really nice plant as usual. And now we're on to purple cayenne, which really isn't a cayenne plant. I'm not really sure what it is, but it's not a cayenne plant. And there are, as usual, just a ton of these little purple ones on here. They're everywhere. And as you look down here, you can see a lot of them are starting to turn red again. I've already harvested a bunch of these things here. But again, lots of red ones in there. And we're going to get these harvested out of here. It's a nice little branch there with a bunch of them on there as an example. But they go from purple to red. And nice plant. So right there we've got two plants. I don't know what they are, but I'm sure that's pecan. I don't know what that is. Cherry bombs. And right there is the cayenne, my regular cayennes and the purple cayennes. So now we're on to what he says is sport peppers, but I don't really believe that these are sport peppers. They're too big, but they might be. I could be wrong. I'm not familiar with them, but I only have pictures of sport peppers. But again, it's a very prolific plant. It produces a lot of fruit, okay? So I'm getting a lot of these peppers on here, and they're fairly hot. I've tried some. I pickled some of these already. I got some already pickled, and they're going to be ready here in a few weeks. And before the next video, I'll have eaten some of these so-called sport peppers, and we'll see if these sport peppers are what they say they are. But like I said, there's a lot of them on there. You can just see the bunches of them up in here. Okay, so now we're back to two types here. These were all supposed to be Japanese. These are Japanese right here. These plants here, these little peppers are all Japanese right down through here. This plant in the back here, I have no idea what it is. It was in with the Japanese. The seeds for this were in with the Japanese. This is one of the other ones where I got two types of plants, and I should have only gotten one. I should have only gotten Japanese, but I got something else in addition to the Japanese right here. And I really don't know what these are. They were very long, kind of like they look like a large cayenne. Very straight pepper too, though. But I don't know what the heat level is on these things. I have to harvest one here after I do my video and give it a try, and we're going to see what that is all about. So, but I've got a ton of these Japanese here. These Japanese are coming in really nice. There's a bunch of them down in here. So, scarlet. Okay, we're down to the scarlet here. Very nice variegated plant. Lots of peppers. Lots of mid-August, and it's still just really putting out a lot of these little purple peppers here. I've been meaning to make some sweet chili sauce. I made some sweet chili sauce already, and these were the best tasting. They made the best tasting chili sauce so far. So I was kind of happy about that. That's what they look like when they turn red. When they ripen, actually, they turn nice red here. But what you can't see in here is just that they are just packed with peppers up in these plants here. There's just a ton of these things everywhere up in here. So we've got that nice variegated plant right there. So we'll go a little back here. Sport peppers, maybe a sport pepper plant. Nice plant. There's right next here, Japanese on the bottom, and the taller one in the back here, I don't have any idea what that is. Again, unacceptable. And then scarlets here, they look really nice. They're growing really nice. It's a really nice compact plant. I could grow a bunch of these things. They're really pretty. This here, ghost pepper. This was the freebie I got, the freebie seeds I got, and there's about 4, that's just a total of 4 plants, and they have really filled out. I'll go to the backside here in a second and show you what the ghost peppers look like. So ghost peppers there. Reapers, Carolina Reapers, definitely Carolina Reapers. I've got these from Joe, but again, as you can see, it's a really nice plant. These plants are probably 4 feet high right now. There's 4 of them in, that's 4 plants total. And we'll go around to the back side where you can see a lot of the peppers. We're over here to the last group almost. These are the cascabellas right here. And the cascabellas look nice. They started out like there was a ton of them early, and I picked a lot of them. And they're starting to grow back now. There's a lot of flowers on this plant if you look. Very, very mucho flowers. And I've still got 2 months here. So I expect to get a lot more peppers off of this plant. But there's a lot of them up in here. You can see them up in here underneath. Just like clusters of them up underneath the bottom of these plants here. Very nice. Pepper too. Not super hot. They eventually turn red. They go from they go yellow to red. Next we go to the Del de Mocha here. This is the Del de Mocha. Okay. A nice pepper. Very prolific plant. Puts out tons of peppers. Like I said, it's hard to see. We'll go around to the backside here in a minute, but there are just tons of these peppers up in here, and just tons of these things. And I've already picked a whole bunch of these things already and frozen. So this Del de Mocha plant has produced mucho peppers. If you want a plant that produces just a lot of peppers, and tastes pretty good. These are pretty good tasting. And when I did the chili sauce, these came out pretty good tasting chili sauce. So very prolific plant there. Let's see here. Serranos. Tampaniqua Serranos. Again, very prolific plant. Lots of them. I've picked a ton of these already. And I've got all new bunches coming up here. They just produce all these clusters. Really, really nice. They're all hidden up in here though. They're hard to see. They're hard to see up in the plant, but we'll slip around to the backside here in a second, and I'll show you the backside of these plants. And then here's another one where I got 2 types of plants. These right here in the front are Kung Paos. All these peppers up here are Kung Pao peppers, and I really like these things. I've already made some batches of chili sauce out of them, but I also got a unknown plant mixed in here too in the back, and we'll get around to that in a second. But the Kung Pao plant, again, I only got 2 of them, but boy, I tell you what, another plant that produces a lot of peppers. So happy with the Kung Paos here. There's a lot of them up in here. You can see them up in there if you look really hard. There's a lot of them up inside here. They're hard to see the way the plants are set up and growing. So let's step back here and give you an overall view of them all. So Cascabellas and the Del de Mocas and the Serrano Tampaniquas, and then the Kung Paos and mystery pepper. There's another mystery pepper in the back here. These are all jalapeno plants down here. Jalapenos, that's mine. And then there's 3 more down here, which are giants. And one of mine's taken off. This middle one here is just twice as big as every other one. So definitely keep the peppers off of that. I wanted to get some seeds this year. I want to get them off that big tall one there. But as you can see, these are my jalapeno plants up in here, and they're loaded with juicy little jalapenos right there. I'm going to get out here obviously and pick a few of these. They're looking really nice. And let's see, let's go down here. Yeah, another nice one. And they're pretty healthy. Some bugs are eating on them a little bit, but I don't really spray for insecticide. And there's probably 20 plus on this plant. You know, like on these little plants here, they're super small plants, and there's 20 peppers on each one right now. And I've already harvested probably about 2 gallons of these peppers too. So nice little clusters of them up in here, up here, and on the bottom. Look at that. Look at all of them. And there are just tons of jalapenos all up in the back here and everything. So, and here's my one big plant. I really I always like the bigger, taller plants. I always just equate bigger with more. Maybe not, I'm wrong, but again, let's move here. As you can see, just nice big juicy jalapenos up in here. Nothing to complain about. And a few red ones up here on the bottom. But that's a really nice plant. Lots of flowers up on the top here. I'll be getting a lot more jalapenos at the end of this year. And these 3 back here, sorry for all the jittery video. I'm not like, I have a production company and I'm like trained in video, and I do terrible in filming my gardens. These are giant jalapenos that I got, and they're really not that giant. They're pretty good size, but they're really not much bigger than mine. Mine are just about the same size. Something got in here and got this right here. But if you look, there's just a ton of these things in here, and they are big. I mean, that's bigger than any jalapeno on my plant right there. Look at that thing. Like I said, it's like the size of your fist. But definitely a larger jalapeno, but it's not as hot. It's not as hot a jalapeno as my jalapeno. They're kind of mild. But again, it's a really nice compact plant. You could grow a ton of these plants and get just a ton of jalapenos. But definitely these jalapenos are bigger than anything on my plants over here. My plants are not growing jalapenos that big. Like, that's a big one on my plant right there. And you can see it's maybe half the size of this one right here. And I've got, if you look on these, you can just find these giant jalapenos on here. Big ones like this and stuff. So that's pretty much it. Okay, I am back on the porch. This is the back side. You can see a lot of these peppers. This is another one of the mystery peppers I got. This is the Kung Pao pots, except I got these, what I believe they call cow horn cayennes. Big, long cayennes here. I mean, nothing to cry about, but I mean, when you order Kung Paos and you want Kung Paos and then you get this, well, you get a little disappointed. So, but as you can see, Serranos, Tampanica Serranos here, just tons of these things up in here. Got a little harvesting to do with the Tampanicas. The Del de Mocas here, lots of Del de Mocas. They blend in very well, but again, there's just these like clusters of them here that just grow like crazy up on here. Just so many of them. So, liking the Del de Mocas, Cascabellas, little backside of the Cascabellas here. Lots of nice red ones back up underneath here. So, and then we're going down here to the all of these Carolina Reaper peppers. Got some ripening up down here. I now pick a few of them down here, but there's a lot of Reapers up in here. A lot of Reapers just growing in the plant. I counted like probably 50 at least the other day. That's quite a bit. So that's the Reaper plants in the backside here. Nice Reaper pods down there, as you can see. And then we're on to the ghost pepper here, and the ghost peppers are looking nice too. I'm starting to get a bunch of ripening clusters up underneath here. We're starting to get a lot. There's a ton of these ghost peppers up underneath the backside here. Not as many as the Reapers though. There's a lot there, and they're mostly down on the bottom. And the flowering, they're not showing a lot of flowers. I'm getting little bits of flowering here, little bits there, but as far as the amount, like you can see little clusters of like pods, flower pods there, but I'm just not getting a lot of peppers out of them, especially on the top of the plant here. There's none growing on top of the plant. So, I don't know. I'm not going to get near as many ghost peppers as I am the Reaper peppers down here. So, anyway, variegated scarlets right here. Very nice. Ow, something bit me. Very nice plant. Okay, lots of peppers up inside there. You can see them. It's a very pretty plant. This will be nice in decorations. And here's the mystery plant from the back side. And this is the mystery peppers that I got in my Japanese pot. And these are all supposed to be Japanese. But I got these peppers and I have no idea what these things are. Or I'm not going to even bother asking. I'm just going to try them and see what the heat level's like on them. And then the back side of the sport peppers, lots of peppers. I've harvested a ton of these things. If you're looking for another prolific plant that's producing a lot of peppers, these sport peppers, whether you buy them from Pepper Joe's, I don't know, I wouldn't recommend it. But anyway, and then down there, you can see all the purple ones just growing down there and stuff. So that's pretty much it right there. I can't show you the rest of them on the other side there, but this is the back side of the porch, how it looks. We come out here and eat, have dinner, enjoy the peppers and stuff like that, the view of the peppers. And, we'll call it pepper quits there.